Africans, I have a message again. I know you guys, you are not going to listen to me. You understand me? But I will continue to tell you the truth, what I know, for free. I watched a video of Seun Kuti, Fela's son, and he was talking about these electronics like phones, plane, ship, other electronic stuff, that the Europeans cannot claim the owner of these things because they got what they used to manufacture these things from Africa. So they cannot claim the owner, or they cannot just say they are the one manufacturing it. You understand me? And they cannot stop him from using it. That giving them the accolade, praising them, saying they manufacture cars, they manufacture planes, all these things that make life better. No, because they got this thing from Africa. So a lot of people were kind of clapping for him. Yeah, you are right. Yeah. That is not what Africans need to hear at this time. That kind of message will not wake Africa up. That is the kind of message like you don't just want to accept the fact that you are lacking behind. All this gold, this oil you are talking about, they got it from Africa. He was saying, all this oil, it is the oil they are getting from Africa, from our land, from our country. They use to run their factories, their cars, all these things, stuff like that. He forgot that we are not the only oil producing country or continent. You understand me? Again, that kind of talk will not help Africa. That's just the fact. You see, let's take for instance Nigeria as a country. We have oil. We are rich, very rich when it comes to oil. Crude oil, I'm talking about crude oil. And nobody stop us from building our own refinery. We have 2 to 3 refineries, if I'm not mistaken, And we cannot maintain one refinery. We used to carry our crude oil to, I think, one country in Europe. They will refine it and bring it back. Meanwhile, we have 2 or 3 refineries in our country we cannot maintain. What did you have to say to that? What did you have to say to that? I'm talking about Nigeria now. We must learn to take responsibility of our failure. We have failed. Not just Nigeria. We as a black people, we have failed. You see all these cars you are talking about, that it is the oil from our land they use to run their country. In this place, you go to filling station, nobody there sometimes. The people don't need to say, come to you and say how much you want to buy. No, put your money there and buy your petrol and leave. Buy your fuel and leave. 2 minutes, you are gone. You are done in a place where they don't have oil. They don't. They buy. Not every country in Europe go to Africa to oppress Africans or go to Asia to oppress them there. Not every country is here. Then, if I keep saying it, why you want to rub shoulder with these people coming out saying that the oil they are getting from your land is what they are using to pilot, to run their stuff here? The oil is a gift from God. You should be proud of what you create with your brain, not some oil God gave to you. Maybe without the coming of these Oyibo people, you won't even know the value of that oil. Africans, it is either we all will come together and decide, okay, are we created to be like this? or it is our fault, or we don't use our brain, so that we start using that brain. Let me play you a video.
When it comes to Africa, I think we must take responsibility and accept our failures in dealing with these matters. For example, relating to what President Obasanjo has just said, on the case of Boko Haram, or you can use that for many other cases. For me, when I'm watching on television and I find our leaders who should have been working together all along to address these problems that commonly affect their countries, wait until they are invited to go to Europe to sit there and just, it's like they are made to sit down and address their problems. Why does anybody wait for that? What image does it even give about us?
Now, that's the president of Rwanda. You know, he's talking about Boko Haram. Okay. A Boko Haram is a terrorist group in the northern side of Nigeria. Northeast, Nigeria. A group of African youth, men. Some say it is this European that is giving them the weapons they use to kill their own people, bomb their own people, destroy their land. Some say it is neighboring countries, black people also giving them the weapons to make Nigeria unstable, to create unrest, to terrorize our people, black people, our neighboring country. They are also black. Then sit down and think, what will make people bombing their own community? What are they gaining from bombing their own community? Why is it difficult for the Nigerian government to solve that problem once and for all? Because the northern politicians, they are also involved. They created the Boko Haram in the first place. The same thing with IPOB, the unknown government terrorizing people in the southeast. That one is wrapped with they want Biafra. Some politicians need it. Why you can't solve problem of unknown government terrorizing people in the southeast? It is because the Igbos, the black people there, Igbos are black people. They are the people who don't want that problem to be solved. I will blame Oyibo for that. Then go to Edo. You have courtesan. Courtesan, every state, every university, there is courtesan there. But why is that courtesan become a problem in Edo State? Especially in Benin. Why? Because it is the Beninese there who they want it that way. That's the reason why it's going to be difficult. So what I'm trying to say here, Africa destroy Africa. You must take responsibility instead of blaming Oyibo. Let me play the other video.